Hi, I'm Christina, and this is New Ways Podcast. Thank you for being here again with me.
Thank you for having me back for round 2.
We had so much fun in the first episode.
Yes.
You guys, please, if you did not watch it, go back and watch it.
It was fun.
Yes, it was fun. And once again, Tyler is just such an amazing soul, and it really gets the nitty gritty of who he is and how he kind of like ended up to what we're talking about today. So rewind, go back to earlier this week, check out his first episode.
Watch it.
Yes, do it. Anyways, back to why we're here right now then. We kind of covered in the end of last episode, this also, your content creation and being like an independent creator now, gaining your following, essentially connecting with Paris Hilton this month, started with you going solo to Coachella a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when it all kind of started taking off for you. You took the leap of faith, decided to bet on yourself full time, and here we are now. So can you kind of elaborate then? That first year Coachella to now, what were you doing? I know you were planning, you're like, wow, I gained traction with my first solo Coachella. How did you prepare for the second one this year, a few weeks ago? How did you prepare for that?
That was a really humbling experience, last year's success, because, you know, you get your first little like bit of like success. I don't care what it is, like, and then you're like, oh, I've made it. Like, no matter what it is, like if you're an actor and you get your first role and you're like, oh, I've made it, or whatever it is. So I was like, oh, like, I don't know, not cocky, but I was just like, oh, so many opportunities are going to come from last year. And I kind of like lost my footing in hindsight looking back, because I didn't know how to keep it I didn't know how to translate the content to my normal life once I left Coachella. Like, it's so easy for me at this festival I'm only at once a year to document everything. But when I come back home, it's easy for me to have a mental block on like thinking people would care to see my day-to-day normal stuff that I do every day when I'm back home.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, that vlog style content where people felt like they were on FaceTime with me that I did the first Coachella last year, I kind of lost that when I came back. And started like throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what would stick in terms of different forms of content. Like, I started doing like true crime miniseries. Like, I forget what I called it, like Tyler's True Crime Tuesdays or something like that. And that was fun. Like, I covered different true crime cases, the Black Dahlia, like all these. I love LA true crime. I still love true crime, but I tried doing that for a little while, and that didn't do quite as well as I thought it would do. And I was spending a lot of time editing and shooting that. And then I pivoted to like pop culture commentary. And then I started doing like dance lip sync videos in my bathroom, and those performed well, but it like, you don't get to know the creator behind videos like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like cheap and easy engagement, and like they would get like 1 million on a video of me lip syncing to like a throwback song from like 2006, like which is fun. I love doing that. And I love music, and I love pop culture, and I love all of that. But it would do good like engagement wise, but I feel like, again, like no one really knew me or like who I was. And I was doing that up until like November of last year is when I started like ramping up for Coachella, because it's always in April of every year. And I always said last year, like, oh, a brand's going to send me for Coachella next year.
Yeah.
Like, I was speaking it into existence. Like, a brand is taking me next year. And I started pitching brands in November, and I put together a media kit with my engagement, my follower growth from last year, my engagement rate. I put all of my videos in a playlist and linked out to it, and created this like really aesthetic Canva pitch deck. All stuff I've learned from being an assistant for Sophia Amoruso. like branding and media kits. Like I really learned how to do that from her. So I would have to like tweak hers. So I learned how to do that with mine. And I put together like pitches for each brand. Like you can see the partners that Coachella has on their website every year. And it's like Alaska Airlines, Method Body Wash, Amex, all these brands. And I emailed and sent LinkedIn messages to people that worked at the companies and DM'd the official accounts on TikTok and Instagram. And I started doing that for months.
Yeah.
And did not get a single even response decline leading up to
Just
April.
Ghosting.
I wouldn't even call it ghosting, because ghosting is like when they respond and then they stop responding.
Yeah. Or like they actually look at it, but you're like, I don't even know if anybody saw this.
No, they wouldn't even say seen. And I would send 2 or 3 or 4 follow-ups and nothing. And so I did get like a little discouraged, like, okay, like I didn't buy a ticket because I was like, so like this is going to happen. I'm going to get sponsored to go. And, you know, it's like a week before Coachella and I had no leads. And so I'm like, it's okay. Just buy your ticket. Like, you know, you're going to get, I knew I was going to get.
It'll be worth it.
Yeah. Like I knew I was going to get a lot of eyes on me at Coachella. And so leading up to it, I didn't stop the pitches and I ended up pitching Method Body Wash, who is an official partner of Coachella. I had been DMing them and they responded maybe 2 weeks before Coachella. And they finally, like, I'll never forget that moment. Like they responded and they were like, hey, Tyler, we love to see you shooting your shot. And it worked. Send us an email with your proposal. And so I did. And that was the first time a brand for Coachella ever responded to me. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's happening. And we came up with an amount of deliverables and a price. It was a good price. And it's now like a week before the festival at this point. And they were like, they sent an email and they were like, hey, we just can't make this work with a quick turnaround. We can't get you onboarded in time, but we'd love to send you some goodies. And so they sent me a huge box of Method Body Wash products that I genuinely love that brand. So
like we love goodies. Yes, we love goodies.
So I took it to Coachella and like did content with it. But anyway, backtracking a little bit, a week or 2 before Coachella is when I started receiving little blessings. Like a brand reached out and wanted to do content for Coachella Weekend 1, and the amount I had already made up what I paid for the ticket and beyond.
So it's kind of like somebody did essentially pay for you to go to Coachella. Yeah.
Like I made up what I paid for my ticket for Weekend 1. And then Golden Voice reaches out. Golden Voice, for people who don't know, are the festival promoters of Coachella and Stagecoach. Like they put on this event every single year and have been. They like started Coachella back in like 1999. And
the Coachella story is actually really crazy.
Yeah,
how it started, but we're not going to get into it. Check it out.
There's a documentary.
Just saying,
There's a documentary on YouTube if you want to watch it.
Sorry, continue.
So they reached out because simultaneously I had been creating like Coachella prep content on TikTok and Instagram. Like, don't make these mistakes if you're car camping. Like, don't forget to bring these items if you're going to Coachella. Like, tips that actually help people and like what to bring and what not to do and things you need to go see. And so I'd been making content like that while pitching brands simultaneously. And so anyway, Golden Voice reaches out and they're like, we see all the content you've been putting out about Coachella. We love your dedication to Coachella. We want to upgrade your pass. And so they upgraded my pass from general admission to VIP, and also for a +1. So I got Dia's ticket upgraded to VIP. And we were so excited, like thought it was the coolest thing ever. We had never experienced VIP ever at Coachella. So we go into Weekend 1, and I was a little apprehensive to go into Weekend 1 because I had been solo the previous year. And I was nervous, like, because now this year we went with a huge group. And I was even nervous to like camp with even Dia, who's my best friend, because I was worried about not being able to deliver on content again. I had a lot of pressure on myself, like to be able to do that again and live up to like the bar I set the previous year. And so we end up going with a huge group, and on that first day there was someone in my group who like bought a bong in. I don't know
Wait,
how
they brought a bong into
a bong into car
Do
camping.
they search your cars?
Yes, they do.
They do?
Yes, and I don't know how he got it in.
A glass one.
A glass one.
Okay.
A huge bong. And so that night, the first night we're there, people love when you film like a camp setup video.
Yeah.
And I had my own camp spot next to Dia's. She had a separate one. So I had my own spot, and I like set it up like MTV Cribs style. And I was trying to film a video of my camp setup, and I go to speak, and I'm like, so this is how my camp looks at night. And all of a sudden you hear, and it happens once, and I'm like, so this is how my, and every time I went to go speak on video, this is recording on video, every time I went to go speak, there's this cough. And literally every time I went to speak, he coughed, and I'm like filming it, and each time he coughed, I turn it around, and I'm like, anyway, as I was saying, and then it happens again, and it was just like the funniest video. And
Did you tell the people what was going on?
No, they didn't know about it.
Well, now you guys do.
No, now he
Now
sure
you
knows
do.
because it's now at 15 million views, and it becomes known as like the District 9 video, the District 9 cough at Coachella.
Oh my gosh.
Because people were like, are you like, it looked like, they were like, are you at a World War II camp? And it was just a crazy nighttime video taken. And like, I'm like, no, guys, he was coughing because he just took a bong rip. Like, that's why he's coughing. It's not COVID. It's not like, he's not sick. So that was the first video that popped off from this weekend. And then on the last day of Coachella, before everyone left, I finally find him because he's in our group. And I like bring him on camera, and I'm like, guys, this is the District 9 cough video guy. This is the kid behind the cough. And I'm like, can you give us a little cough? And he's like, like on camera. And it's just so absurd, but so funny.
Yeah.
And that one is now at 5 million. And it just becomes this like phenomenon that people found hilarious. And simultaneously on that last day, everyone is like, we're not ready for the content to be over. Like, are you going to go weekend 2? And I'm like, no, I don't have any plans to. Like, again, only plan to go weekend 1. Unless like a brand were to sponsor me to go, then I would go. And I just put that out into the world and put that out into existence.
Mm-hmm.
And the weekend comes and goes. It went by really quickly, probably because I was with so many people and I was having more fun with like all these friends that were there. And the weekend flew by, and I go back home, and I'm at home, and people are in the comments like, no, we need you back for weekend 2. People are like willing to like pay me. They're like,
Stop.
yeah, they're like, give us your Cash App, give us your Venmo, let us do this for
How
you.
did you feel about that? Were you like, I feel like I need to go?
I don't even like when people offer to like buy me food or
Oh,
anything.
definitely, yeah.
So I'm like, no, I can't accept money from you guys. And they're like, start a GoFundMe, and they're like, they were like begging. And I was like, no, like I don't feel comfortable with that.
Did you feel obligated in a sense, potentially even be like, should I look into buying myself a ticket to give my community what they want? Or were you like, what's meant for me is meant for me?
It was more
this was
so
a good
like
weekend.
that. Yeah. I don't even think I had it financially after weekend 1 to be able to
Coachella
like.
can be expensive.
It can be with all the gas and the food and all
The ticket
camping,
alone,
the
yeah.
camping supplies. The camping pass is sold separately from your wristband, so it's a hefty
It adds up.
financial weekend.
Yeah.
And to be able to do that again, like I was just like, nah, like I'll go again next year. And then all of these things hit at once. I see Lenovo, shout out Lenovo, comments on one of my TikToks, it's time to start packing your bags, check your DMs. And I check my DMs, and they're like, we would love to send you to weekend 2 sponsored VIP. And I post a video response to their comment, and I'm like, am I going back weekend 2? And everyone is running up the comments like, like they keep saying, our show is back on. Our show is back on season 2.
Yeah.
And all these things start happening at once. Like Lenovo wants to send me back to weekend 2. I hit 100K on that same day. I went into this weekend with 50K.
Mm-hmm.
So I doubled my following in 3 or 4 days. I hit 100K. Then I'm like, how am I going to get there? Like, where am I going to stay? Like, also, I sold my car a week before Coachella because I've had car problems. So I'm carless. Like, I literally rented a car just to go weekend 1.
Yeah.
And returned it the day I got back when all of this is happening. So then I'm like I was in the middle of researching to buy a car during all of this. And so I'm like, okay, I can either rent another car weekend 2, or I can go make the purchase that I've been meaning to do for months now. So I go buy a car all in the same week. And it's just like the craziest week ever. And I have no time to even think or like wrap my brain around it. I'm just on autopilot, going. And it's all these blessings. And so, yeah. And then Lenovo's like, we'll send you, or we'll put you up in like the nice luxury camping at Coachella that has
Did
AC.
they do safari? Was that what that was?
It's not safari. That's the top tier camping experience you can do at Coachella. That's 10K.
Yeah. I met some people doing safari, and it looks very interesting.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's for people who got it like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. But even the one I ended up doing, La Campana, is a little teepee tent with air conditioning and charging, and you have your own AC bathrooms, not porta potties, showers, like nice showers. And it definitely was like a step up from weekend 1 because like that heat, and it was like 100 degrees all weekend.
You don't have to put up your own camping stuff.
No.
You have AC.
It's set up for you.
Yeah.
I just had to pack a suitcase.
That's nice.
It was nice. And so, and Dia went out of town to visit her family. Otherwise, I would have brought her or found a way to
Bring her with
me. Thank you. So I was like, okay, this will be a solo trip weekend 2, a sponsored trip from Lenovo. I get to go relive by myself, like all the people I missed. I didn't see Green Day. I didn't see Post Malone.
Green Day. I saw both of them killed it. Did you see them weekend 2?
I saw Post weekend 2, not Green Day. I heard from afar.
Green Day, phenomenal.
I'm sad I missed it.
Their set was 2 hours. Not to get off topic, but 2 hours almost.
Really?
Yeah, there was the longest one that I saw at Coachella.
Were you close?
Oh, I mean, I had artist pass thankfully for Coachella.
I'm so jealous.
But like, they killed it. Honestly, you guys, these are middle-aged men running around stages for 2 hours. Like, anything is possible. Follow your heart, guys.
Well, right. No Doubt did it last year, and they're all in their 50s.
These festivals, that's what I mean. I'm like, I get Coachella sometimes has a bad rap because everyone's like, it's for the privileged, right? But it's for the privileged. It's for the people who have the time and the luxury. Honestly, it's just like a breeding ground for influencers.
Weekend 1. Weekend 2 is less of that.
I've heard weekend 2 is less crazy, but I genuinely love festivals like this because you do get the people who love to go and you get to see your artists from like growing up and they're still killing it. And it gives you like all the euphoria of your youth and still like hoping like you are in your 50s still killing it. And you're right. Sometimes it's discouraging being like, I have to keep the momentum going. But like, as long as you continue to do the things and something that you love, the momentum keeps going.
Right.
I don't know. I see Coachella as like a weekend of all love and hope and happiness all in one, you know?
I do too.
Yeah.
That's why I'm obsessed with it.
Yeah.
And this was the first year I went where I'm like, I don't have to dread going back to my normal life because I actually am living a life that I created for myself.
It's like an alignment in a way. Yeah.
And yeah. And for the rest of the story, as you're about to see, I am in alignment.
Blessings just kept coming and coming and coming.
Yes. So I show up to weekend 2 and this new camping experience solo, and I pass like the camping area where I was the previous weekend with all my friends. And I literally am like, oh, I wish they were here. Like, kind of lonely. Then I get taken to the new camping area, and the tent I got assigned right to the right of it, there's these 3 Latino hot men that I see setting up a gazebo. And I don't know, sometimes I'm like shy or like apprehensive around straight men because I don't know if they're accepting or not as a gay man. I don't know if like I'm always like, I don't want them to think I'm hitting on them or whatever. So I see these 3 hot Latino guys next to me setting up their gazebo, and they see that I'm alone and they're like, neighbor. And I'm like, me? And they're like, come kick it with us. And I'm like, okay. And so I go over that first night and they offer me a drink and we smoke and we just bond just from them. They admitted that they saw that I was alone and they were like, come kick it with us. Like, don't be alone. And from that first day on, I don't leave their camp. Like, I didn't bring a gazebo or anything. So the hangout spot was their camp. And I start, like, I'm filming everything on TikTok and I dub them the Latino Kings. And from then on, it's like, hey, pre-gaming with the Latino Kings, like day 1 with the Latino Kings. Like, I kept saying that in my posts.
I feel like people love a good catchphrase or a good title.
It's a good title.
Yeah, it is.
But also I found out, and they told me that the Latino Kings or something like that is a gang name.
I was gonna,
Latin Kings.
Thank
so
you, Dia.
I think they might be rebranding to the Latin Boys, but that, sure, yes. The Latino Boys, yeah.
We're trying over here, you guys.
Right. But anyway, so the weekend goes by and it's a totally different weekend from weekend 1. Like, I really showed like community at Coachella because next to them, there was this married couple who were so sweet and cooked for us every day. Like, they would come over and be like, you guys hungry? And and there's 4 of us in the Latino Kings campsite, cooked for us every single day. And I'm like filming them too. And so TikTok is seeing like, I'm seeing all these comments like, man, I never thought I would go to Coachella, but you are showing a side I didn't expect to see. Like, I'm not showing like
the glitz and glamour and the post photos and the expensive food. You're showing like the community aspect. People are cooking together. We're communicating. We're dancing. We're having fun. We're making
looking
memories.
out for each other. Like, I then on the second day of Coachella, like, I do my makeup at their campsite in front of them. And for me, that's a really big deal because I don't always know if everyone is going to be accepting of me being gay or wearing makeup. And so I'm there doing my whole makeup routine with them watching. They don't give a shit. Like, they're accepting and loving. And anyway, it was the best weekend. And we leave that weekend. I made them a TikTok at the Latino Kings. They're almost at 15K now, and it's like a week-old account. And people just love them and love how they treated me. And I just left that weekend like with these new friends that were so loving and supportive. And after 2 weekends in the desert, I was like rough. Like, I went and got an IV and I was like looking forward to being home and getting back into like the swing of things. And then I find out that Paris Hilton is performing at Stagecoach. And I've never been to Stagecoach, never wanted to. I'm not a country music fan. And I love Paris. I have since I was a boy. And I've said this in a video, like, what gay boy doesn't love Paris? She's literally a blonde Barbie, glitter and gold, like, just so beautiful to watch and, like, a character. Yeah. And, like, she's just so fabulous. And so I posted a video on TikTok being like, I just found out Paris Hilton is performing. I'm so sad I'm missing it. And in our home, we have a lot of like Paris Hilton, like I have a Paris Hilton pink robe that says Sliving. I
didn't notice it till I walked in today, and you guys, he's completely honest right now.
No, we have Paris Hilton knives.
Knife set. It's a heart.
It's a heart.
Oh my gosh, yes.
We have a charcuterie cutting board that's in the shape of a heart. We have a Paris Hilton tea kettle that says PH on it. Like everything.
Yeah.
Um, so I just make a video like, I'm so sad I'm missing it. Like, I hope you have the best set. Like, Paris, look how much we love you. Like, look at all the stuff we have that's in our apartment of you. I film it all, and I'm like, if you're watching this, have an amazing set. I'm sad I'm not there. Just putting it out into the world. Within an hour, I see Paris Hilton started following you, and I'm like, oh my God.
Did your heart just like drop?
Yes. Yes. And then an hour goes by, and I'm like, okay, what's about to happen? I felt it. I was like, something's about to happen.
Brewing, something's
Yes.
coming.
And then I look in the comments of that video, and it says, hey babe, you need to come #slive with me in the desert. I think we can make your dream come true. Love you.
How did that feel? In that moment, describe it to me.
Well, just like, I don't even have words.
Okay.
I really don't even have words. I can feel how I felt in that moment. And it's just like utter shock and joy. And like, I literally was like, this isn't happening right now. This isn't happening right now. This isn't happening. Like disbelief.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just so amazing. And mind you, this is all on a Thursday. She was scheduled to perform on the first day of that festival, Friday.
So you're like, pack my bags, let's go.
Oh my God. And that day I had just unpacked and put my suitcase in the closet an hour before. And the day before, I was watching a movie that Paris is in called House of Wax. Just out of the blue, I felt the itch to watch it. So call that what you will, but I somehow manifested that. And within the hour of that comment of hers on my video, her husband texts me and I'm FaceTiming with him. And he's like, where are you going to stay? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I need to figure that out. And they put me up in the Hilton.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course. Where else would they put you up?
Right.
Come on now. Yeah.
And then I go get my nails done, pink for Paris. And it was just like even crazier, shorter time frame than weekend 2. And so then I take a leap of faith and I'm like, I really want the Kings to come with me and experience this with me. And I take a leap of faith and I ask Carter, her husband, like, hey, these men were such a part of my story the previous weekend. Can they come with me?
Good for you for asking. I feel like a lot of people would be intimidated by that.
Closed
like I
mouths
already,
don't
yes,
get fed.
exactly.
I was intimidated though
because you're like, they're already giving me so
yes,
much.
exactly.
Who am I to ask for more?
I don't
but
ever
hey,
want to be a moocher. Like, yeah. So I pack my bags and the next morning I'm on the road to the desert again for the 3rd weekend in a row. And we check into the hotel. And for once, I had been camping the past 2 weekends. I now have a hotel bed to sleep in. I have a warm shower. Like I'm just living in like, oh my God.
You are progressing.
Yes.
Camping, glamping, hotel.
Yes. And so we all go that first day. She's on at 5 and we all get there and see her set. It was incredible. And then it's time to go backstage and we go backstage and she's there in her glittery pink suit and I just go up to her and hug her and I'm like, thank you for this opportunity. Like, thank you for making my dreams come true.
Yeah.
And she's like the character, like, of course, like loves it. Like, did you have fun? And I'm like, I had the best time. Like, thank you so much. And we take pictures together. And I just am like, that little 8-year-old gay boys who loved Paris Hilton is like, wow, like you're here. And that was a moment I will never, ever, 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 ever forget. Ever.
It seems like everything has just been so full circle. Like a year ago you started, you got a little glimpse of like, I'm just going to own who I am and do what feels right. And you started doing that. And yes, it's a little discouraging in November when you're trying to put this together and you're just like, I have faith. I'm going to go, I'm going to do it. And then we kind of just went through how you literally just began to upgrade. You're like, I don't care. I'm doing the thing and I'm going to keep on going. You went to first weekend, you paid for it. Second, it was sponsored. Third year with Paris Hilton.
Yeah.
And you guys, he's tripled his following in the past like 2 weeks.
Yes.
And that's the thing. Is there any secret sauce? Tripling your following.
Consistency. Just post the content. Just post it. Like, it's to the point now where like I don't even look anymore. I just record and upload because I feel like I have a good gauge now. But it was never that way when I first started out. Like, you second guess everything. You watch it over and you're like, my voice sucks. Like, this is awkward. Like, I look awkward. I look this way. Like, there's a confidence that comes with it after just being consistent with it and just doing it. And if it doesn't perform well, do another. Maybe that one will. Just keep going. Keep going. And don't lose the essence of who you are. Like, that's what's full circle is like, I started out on social media, like maybe trying to craft the perfect persona or image. And now, because I'm at an age where I'm so sure of myself, like the timing just aligns. Like, I don't have to do that. I can just be Tyler Wells, the core of who I am on camera. And that is good enough.
Amen. That is good enough.
It's good enough. And people see that.
Definitely. I am a firm believer that people gravitate towards authenticity. Like, you can't fake that, and it holds certain energy. People can tell when you're faking it.
They can.
Yes.
People, they pick up on so much. And if you're faking it, they will see that, and it just looks not right.
And I feel like if anything, it feels like you're betraying yourself too. Like, we're all unique and different for a reason, and you stepping into your light, being who you are, like, you will attract the people who really, really need you and what you're on this earth to create and do. And your message is just so beautiful. If anything, when I watch your TikToks, to me, it brings like happiness and hope and just like connection, because you genuinely just want to bring people up with you.
I do.
And like share the joys of life.
I do.
And that's so beautiful.
Thank you for saying that, because I could easily like just go through all of this amazing opportunity solo, but I want people to share that with. I want to share an experience with them and bond with them about how cool this is. And I could do that solo, but I don't know. Connection is really important to me. I love bonding with other people. I love people.
Yeah, I could not agree more. And to kind of wrap up then this episode, what is next for Tyler Wells?
I'm trying to make this my full-time career. And I am trying to make sure I'm being strategic this time around. And I'm looking for management for the first time, which is cool, but
anybody
scary.
out there? Hey.
I'm taking some calls. But it's like, I know my value now, and I think brands are starting to see that now, the authenticity I can bring and the visibility I can bring to their brand. And so I'm just trying to be smart and keep it going and play my cards right. And even now, I'm not at Coachella, but like, even what we're doing here is so cool. So I'm making content around this. Like, and the most valuable thing that I'm getting told is like, Tyler, it's not Coachella, it's not Stagecoach, it's you that we're interested in.
Yes.
So that's what I need to keep in mind, is like, just be myself wherever, whatever I'm doing. And hopefully people will stick along for the ride.
I love that.
Thank you.
Well, I am just one little person over here, but one person turns into a million, and I fully support you. And I love that you're doing this. So please keep creating content and honestly just being the beautiful human that you are.
Thank you, Christina. And thank you for being my first official podcast. Like,
are you kidding me?
This is just like such a cool dream come true moment. And I can't thank you enough for giving me this platform.
The feeling is so mutual. Trust me. This is why I do it, to be honest with you, is like this genuine connection and honestly just sharing an uplifting message.
And to do it with someone who I actually genuinely have a connection with. Like, hey girl, what's
honestly,
up?
It's been a fun day. It's been a really fun day, you guys. Yesterday we talked for 3 hours, so this 30 minutes was really short. Yes.
I think we streamlined it much better today than we did yesterday.
And that's why you have to tune into his content to see the other little stuff that we talked about that he's not saying here also. Little bits will come out. He's going to show you more and more of who he is, and it's a beautiful human being. Trust me, you guys.
I love you.
Yes, I love you too.
Oh,
so
besties.
for all of our listeners over here, also thank you, Paris, too.
Thank you, Paris. Paris.
Yes.
Love you.
We don't need to say more.
We don't need to say more.
No need to say more. Yes. To all of our viewers and listeners, I will go ahead and put a link to all of Tyler's content in the description for this episode. Please check out his content, show some love and support. Let's all connect and help each other out here. And until next time, thank you guys so much for listening. I love you.